Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces August 6, 2022. While the moon moving into your privacy sector suggests some need to relax and heal, today's transits are stimulating and motivating. An empowering conversation or exchange of ideas may be part of the picture, and relationships are pleasantly spicy. Communications, interactions, and connections are exciting. Partners tend to be supportive and intrigued with or invested in your point of view. When reaching out or moving out of your usual comfort zone, you are more willing to take personal and creative risks today. It's a good time for both competitive and cooperative activities, and someone may encourage you to be the best version of yourself. A special person in your life can help stir up your enthusiasm and build your confidence. You want to feel more vital and alive and might achieve this through relationships. You benefit from the involvement or company of others, even if you are pursuing your own goals. People gravitate to your liveliness, charm, ideas, and wit. Sharing ideas, philosophies, and beliefs can be mind-expanding and pleasant. Doing something offbeat or outside of the usual routine can be integral. Energies are good for making connections that can further personal growth or help you advance your studies and broaden your horizons. Prepare for 2 days with back-to-back fun and romantic potential. In fact, you could end up in the throes of passion. Singles should make dating a priority now, but take a different approach than you're used to. For instance, if you're addicted to just swiping on dating apps, consider taking a chance and actually meeting someone new. If you're only usually open to meeting someone in person, try your hand with a matchmaker or dating website. Venus, our goddess planet, sings a rock song with electric Uranus, promising surprises if you're open to soar and take chances. Get out of your comfort zone. Your professional commitments and working relationships could take you on a new journey when Venus in Cancer sextiles Mars, Uranus, and the North Node in Taurus. A colleague, client, or professional party could encourage you to seek new heights. It might be time to learn from someone new who could greatly influence your career path. An opportunity to travel might even pop up if a professional arrangement encourages you to take a work trip. You could even seek out new commitments that are incredibly different from anything you have before. Some bizarre dreams or visions could come to you today. Don't put too much stock in them. If you think about it, you might find that these images are part scenes from your past, part information you've received lately, and part your own fears for the future. If you view them this way, you should be able to see what these visions are really telling you. They are not prophecies for the future. Family and friends feel especially drawn to you and are paying you a great deal of attention. If you've been intending to renew old friendships or resolve a dispute, but didn't know how to go about it, now is the best time to cast aside your misgivings and go ahead. You will be welcomed and forgiven, and glad that you took the first step. Your words are smooth as silk, so ease on up to that cutie and whisper in their ear. You never know where a nice chat will lead. Aware of being able to get plenty of attention from admirers. Wherever you are, the looks you catch from others now and then are obvious and direct. Opportunities for romance are available, but don't overdo it. Be selective, for despite the many chances for romance, disappointment still causes heartache. Use the self-confidence that you feel today to make a giant leap into the world. You should find that things are going well for you now, so instead of sitting back and indulging yourself, make the most of this good energy by pushing forward into new realms. There is something pestering you that's been encouraging you to step up and take a more adventurous route than normal. If workaholism is a problem for you, you'll need to watch for this on a day matching your own essence. You'll have plenty of energy and feel raring to go, regardless of what you have on your agenda. However, knowing when to call it quitting time can be challenging for as it is, let alone when your own vibration adds to this tendency. Resist the temptation to burn the midnight oil if you've been doing so a lot lately. Instead, release some of that energy toward personal and recreational activities. Next week's full moon will clash with the sun in your work sector, something that at what can be the busiest point in any year can put how well you know when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off to the test. What today's adventurous lunar vibes and their friendly aspect to Venus, now in her final days in a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart can do is get in first, establishing the right balance between work and play. Just 2 days after Mercury, the planet of communication, not only returned to your relationship sector but to begin the first planetary activity here for the year, Mars moves into his final 2 weeks in your communication sector today. It is time to get serious about having the communication lines open, with Mars' war on communication barriers reaching a critical point. Our eyes in the sky. The Libra moon squares Venus and Pluto today, and, unfortunately, this can throw a monkey wrench into your day and create all sorts of unwelcome stress. Try to wake up a bit earlier to compensate for any traffic, power outages, or unexpected time eaters you might encounter today. This energy will be extra potent because planets form a T-square with the moon and additional frustrations might develop. This aspect can make us feel more emotional than usual, like we're not in control of the situation. Harsh aspects like this can throw our lives into chaos, and with sensitivity heightened, things could get very overwhelming very quickly. Try not to take things personally today. There's a lot of stress in the air, and your ego could take a serious hit if you're not mindful. Focus on your breath and remember your self-worth to help get through the aggravating parts of the day. Luckily, as evening rolls in and the moon forms a pleasant aspect to Mercury, the erratic energy dissipates, giving us a chance to reset emotionally. Use this energy to get a bit active, blow off some steam and raise your energy level. In the early morning, the moon enters Scorpio, ending its void of course which began late last night. Over the next 2 days, we are thrown into the deep end of the emotional pool. Yet, we have a choice in how to work with this energy. We can dive down and get familiar with the interior dimensions of our own psyche. We can also tap into our intuitive senses to gain clarity without succumbing to overwhelm. Any awareness we've been seeking to suppress will now come out to play. We can't avoid our feelings. Buried self-knowing will inevitably present itself at an inopportune time in our work or relationships. The moon will also contact its own south node at this time, threatening to suck us back into past behaviors that are counterproductive to our evolution. If you are struggling to manage your feelings, know you are not alone. If you need to, reach out to others who have demonstrated an ability to hold space for your vulnerability. Following this, the moon sextiles Mercury in Virgo, helping us to analyze the contents of our subconscious minds. This is a good time to sit with and process uncomfortable feelings. We can make sense of complicated memories and assess how our psychological patterns have developed. It also becomes easier to scrap coping mechanisms that aren't earning us desired results. Although we're not in an especially social headspace, this can be a valuable influence to discuss breakthroughs with those who know us well, or perhaps a trusted advisor. A spiritual mentor or therapist can, rather than providing us with answers, ask the correct questions so we come to conclusions on our own.